Passapier is the name of the band, but you know what? I've been following this band for years, and for years I called them Pacified because that's what it looks like until I first saw the Japanese pronunciation, and then someone told me, yeah, it's a French word. I'm like, I didn't know all of that stuff. Anyway, I consider myself a much better fan now I know how to say the name of the band. But this is a band who I have been following for at least a decade now. Really interesting group. They've managed to accrue like 65,000 subs, which is amazing. And this is their new song. It came out one day ago. It's got 5.5, nearly 5.6 thousand views already. This is from their new album, I Am I. You can pronounce it Immy if you want. And this song is called UNO, not UFO, UNO. So I'm interested to see if by the end of it we can work out what that means. It's 3.5 minutes. I'm already loving the fact that it looks like they filmed it in like the space between two people's walls, or maybe in the basement or something. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just to quickly clarify, this band has done so much in their history, but one of the things I really enjoy about them is that they definitely are a rock band in every sense that you could describe, but they have some really unique qualities. I love the fact that their songs often are very heavily layered with keyboards and things over the rock side. So you got like that rock energy, but you have keyboards doing all kinds of interesting things, really inventive arrangements and sounds they use a lot of the time. And the singer's got this super unique high register voice that just leaves their songs genuinely quite like intriguing and definitely memorable. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm giving them a lot. Glazing them pretty heavy before we go into this. So hopefully we enjoy this. But this is a band who I've always had a soft spot for. So I'm hoping to have a good time with this. And as I was definitely going to listen to this song either way, I thought I'd share it with you guys too. Let's check it out. By the way, I'm just checking it. This came out a day. See, it came out on the 25th of February. I'll be honest with you, it's only like 2:30 in the morning here right now on the 26th. So I don't even think it's been a day and they're already sort of pushing on towards 6,000 views. So that's great stuff. Anyway, let's jump in. UNO by Passapier. I can be French. No, I can try. Oh. I don't know where we're going, but I love it. All right, let's go. Ooh. That's like a samba rhythm. I'm not very good with my Latin rhythms. Definitely more Latin than rock so far. Is this a one-take video? That build-up! That's so sinister! All these like layers of sounds, like that, like the hatted trumpet there, isn't it? This is the kind of video where you have to choreograph this to a T. Oh, we got a bit of speeding up. Okay. Oh, okay. We're getting into effects a little bit as well. This is beautifully done. It's kind of video that has your eyes wondering what's real and what's illusion. I am just really captured by just how active everything feels. Like the way the video and the song are just charging along, it's like there's no time to think, and yet it's so wonderfully atmospheric at the same time. Oh, that was quite something. That was really quite interesting. There was a little scene that caught me back here. I've got to be honest, there's a couple of thoughts I have about this video. I just want to quickly see. So, the balloons just all escaping. I don't want to accuse them of this, but I feel almost like this video has... This video looks almost like it's got like, I mean, either it's got incredibly good effects or they've basically taken some of the video and they've overlaid like AI like effects into it. Because there's some intriguing stuff in here that I got to be honest, I can't fully justify. I mean, this stuff is clearly being done with some kind of CGI over the top. That could have been done. I'm really interested to know how they've done some of this. But yeah, it feels like there's been like some really creative mixtures of reality and like obviously some sort of computer generated stuff over the top of it. And the effect is this video that feels very real, feels very raw. I mean, they've even picked a location that has particularly noteworthy lighting and atmosphere and everything, and it's all tight rooms and tight locations. And the result is something that just really, you feel it, don't you? You really feel it in this one. I am super intrigued by this. I really am super intrigued by everything that they pulled off for this video because it's so incredibly exciting to follow. But when it comes to the song, I mean, the song's got so much happening that there's no point really pointing out any individual parts, but more talking about overall really what this has achieved. And what this has achieved here is that, yeah, we've got obviously a Latin beat is the center of what's going on here. The drum beats are really interesting. It's kind of got this high speed, almost trip hop thing going on where it's a very kind of percussive sort of dance beat. Very fast moving, gives the song a real kinetic energy. But then over the top of that, you've got these layered sounds that are much more chilled out. You know, the long sort of sounding brass going down, and then the vocal is kind of nostalgic and not particularly under pressure. I like the fact that there are these layers that it really definitely feels like it's taking more than just a few cues from Latin music in having like a lot of pace, a lot of rhythm, and yet at the same time this strangely nostalgic and relaxed feeling where you can both be dancing along and yet it feels like a sort of a calm, chilled summer's night where it's hot and you can hear all of the birds in the trees and yet at the same time it's dark outside. It's kind of this weird juxtaposition of things that is very, very beautifully like layered together in this video and in this song. But the end result is primarily one of very thickly layered atmosphere. I mean, it has a lot of the qualities that I would normally associate with Passepied, but it's also different in a lot of ways as well. I mean, as I say, I commonly associate them with songs that are a little bit more rocky. I'm not saying that they are limited by that, but you know, you think about songs like Ura no Ura, if you are a Passepied fan, you'll know that song. They have a lot of songs that kind of lean more in that direction. This is very much not really a rock song. It's not even a pop song. It's definitely got a pop structure, or should I say contemporary structure, with your verse, chorus, bridge, chorus kind of underlying central structure to it. And it's also catchy in a way that you can imagine it doing quite well, getting some radio play, becoming popular, and yet it feels very much like a song that's leaning 100% into its more experimental, and it feels like it doesn't care about anything other than just setting out this atmosphere. And through all those layers of sounds, there's so many little bits where it changes, where the keyboards come in, you'll be listening to a bit of piano, and then that'll go out, and then there's a bit of brass, and there's all these things coming and going. It's a very thickly layered sound. Even the rhythm has got like loads of different layers to it as well. It's not just a simple drum beat or even a simple loop. I found this to be incredibly interesting and detailed, but most impressively, incredibly coherent. You know, everything just flows so well in this And the way that it goes between its little parts, and you have these interesting little bits in the video, it's all kind of done in one take. Yeah, there are bits where I think you could see the footage being sped up and slowed down, and it does appear there's possibly quite a bit of room for possible manipulation of what we're seeing. But it doesn't change the fact that this is clearly very well designed, set out, planned, and executed. And the end result is something genuinely quite intriguing, something genuinely quite well, I mean, if you want art to be something that makes you feel something, this definitely makes me feel a lot of things. It both makes me feel impressed, but also it has a clear atmosphere. It's got great escapism. It kind of takes you away from whatever wherever you're sitting at the current moment. This transports you to a very different place. And I also think it's a great example of a video and a song that work perfectly together. I think if I heard this song on its own, it would have like a interesting Latin vibe and a little bit of something sus going on. If I saw this video without the song, it would seem quite dark, but you put them together and you really get an interesting atmosphere. Yeah, this was really cool. It's not, I should point out, it's not what I would describe as a super hook heavy, catchy kind of song. It's got a good chorus, but it's not catchy in a way that this is going to be one of those big singles you're going to come round to again and again and again. Like, oh yeah, that's their greatest hit or anything like that. But sometimes, and especially for a group like this that tends to be quite artistic with what they do, sometimes all you really need to achieve is getting people getting people excited by the fact that you've managed to affect them at all. So you can get people to come back to your song by doing something super memorable or catchy or hits them in an emotional way. Or sometimes you can just transport people and do something that feels unique, but not in like a attention-seeking kind of try-hard way. Just something that feels unique because you really had some cool ideas. And so I feel like if I were to come back to this song, the thing that would first attract me back to it is probably just remembering how well the song and video went together, remembering that combination, and coming back to re-experience the atmosphere of this. But yeah, I must say, I thought this was a really fantastic bit of creative art. I'd love to know how they put that together. I don't often check out behind the scenes on videos, but I'd love to see the behind the scenes on how they made this. As someone who's directed a few music videos myself, and I like to play around with like little visual techniques, I thought this was really well executed. But anyway, as always, get in the comments, tell me what you think, and until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one, Lise. For now, ciao, ciao.